well-established homes, large lots, manicured lawns, mature trees, wide streets, a great school system, a wonderful sense of community, and all of the amenities that you can think of. Where is this place that I speak of? Well, today we are exploring the Northwest Calgary community of Dalhousie. In this video, we're gonna go take a look at all of the amenities that Dalhousie has to offer, and we're gonna go look at homes at a few different price points. So stick around and let's jump in to our community tour of Dalhousie. Look, if this is your first time to the channel, we help people just like you buy, sell, and relocate to Calgary every single day. Hey, my name is Charmaine, and I'm with the Living in YYC Real Estate Group. Whether you're looking to make a move in 9 days or 90, make sure you subscribe to our channel, tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to get the latest market information and real estate information for all things real estate in and around Calgary. And if you have any questions about what life is like living here, please make sure you reach out. All of our information is in the text box below. Me and my team, we would love to hear from you and answer any and all questions that you have. Now, let's jump in to our neighborhood and property tour of the wonderful community of Dalhousie. Dalhousie is a well-established, mature community located in Northwest Calgary. With development starting in the late 1960s, the majority of the homes were built throughout the 70s and the 80s. With the large lots and the custom homes that were being built in the 80s, and with quiet streets, with all of them being tree-lined with mature trees and a very quick commute to downtown Calgary, coupled with your close proximity to the mountains, Dalhousie is still a community that is highly regarded as one of the top in Northwest Calgary. If you're looking for a community that has absolutely everything in it, Dalhousie is what you're looking for. I've highlighted other communities in Northwest Calgary, but none of them have all of the amenities. There's bits and pieces here and there of what you could have, but you usually have to leave your community to go out and get everything that you need. Not Dalhousie. Everything is actually in the community. Grocery stores, there's Safeway, Co-op. Those are your major grocery. You'll be able to do everything here. If we are talking about restaurants and small coffee shops, those are here. For two of the bigger restaurants, Boston Pizza and Earl's, you find them right here in Dalhousie Station, which is where we're standing now. And this is the major shopping hub for Dalhousie. There's also Canadian Tire where the Co-op is. And just minutes from here, and not to say that you don't have everything in here, but if you're looking for retail shopping, you have Market Mall, which is literally 5 minutes from here. Or in the other direction is the newly revamped Northland Mall, which is more of an open air concept, kind of like West Hills is in Southwest Calgary. And they're redeveloping that whole shopping plaza that has a whole new retail experience added to the Northwest. But for what is right here in Dalhousie is literally everything. There's a shoe store, there's clothing stores, there's the dollar store, which, by the way, for you moms out there that are watching this, the dollar store that's in Dalhousie, so far it's the best one that I've seen. I used to shop here all the time for my son's birthdays, year after year. This was the best place to go for all of your party needs. I would highly check out this dollar store. Just a little shopping tip for you people out there who are looking for a deal. Dalhousie Station really has everything for you. Dalhousie is another community where the C train is right in the midst of its backyard, quite literally within 5 to a 15-minute walk to the C train station, depending on where you live in Dalhousie, and it's right in your backyard. Again, it's a commuter's dream to have this here, and only a few communities in the city and in Northwest Calgary actually have the C train station literally in their backyard, making it so much easier to be able to commute around the city. And if you work downtown, you don't have to drive. You can come, you can park, and you can hop on the train and be downtown from Dalhousie in 15 minutes. You can get all around the city from here. For those first-time home buyers or the students who are moving into the community, you don't have to have a car. You don't have to have the expense of having a car. You can hop on the train. You can get to U of C quite easy from here. It's probably 12 minutes on the train. Just having this in your neighborhood and having it right in your backyard is just an amenity that so many people take for granted, or they wish that they had. For people that don't have this, they have to take a bus, just get to the train station. For the residents of Dalhousie, you have this right in your backyard. If you're looking for a neighborhood with a robust school system right within the community, then Dalhousie is absolutely for you. Situated right in the community, you will find both school systems here. So let's start on the Catholic side. From your K-6, we have St. Dominic. And then if you want to continue on into that, you would head over and go to Brébeuf, which is your 7 to 9, located on North Mound Drive. And then you would finish off high school at St. Francis. If you were in the public stream, then Dalhousie Elementary is where you're going to send your kids. It is K-6, and then from there, they're going to go over to HD Cartwright, which is right within the community, and that is 7 to 9, and then they're going to head off to Churchill, which is their designated school. Now, if you want to explore the Spanish program, Dalhousie Elementary is your designated school, and if you live in the community, you automatically get in if you apply. Let me tell you about that. My son is in the Spanish program. He went to Dalhousie Elementary. And this is just a side note for you parents. If you are thinking about starting a family and if you want to go the Spanish route, not living in a community where you don't have a second language school, you actually have to go into a lottery. So for me, I had to go right before kindergarten, register, and we were put on a lottery. And it just so happened we were selected. He got in, and the rest is history. But if you want to go into the Spanish program and you live in Dalhousie, Dalhousie Elementary is where you would go. It offers both. You have the English stream and then you have the Spanish stream, and it's full Spanish. And then they would switch over. They would go to Senator Patrick Burns, which is in Charleswood, for 7 to 9. And then they would head off to Crescent Heights to finish off their Spanish learning in high school, which is 10 to 12. If you want to talk about a community that has a vibe and just has pride and sense of ownership in it, especially with the mix of different housing product that we have in this community, Dalhousie has that. And just from driving around, you can see pride and ownership of all of the family homes. But then when you go over to the townhomes and the apartment buildings, they're all in immaculate condition. Everybody that lives here really takes pride in where they live, and it shows in the curb appeal of all of their homes. And even the management companies that take care of the townhomes and the apartment complexes, they're in pristine condition. So I would highly recommend, if you're looking at making a move and you want to consider Dalhousie, come out and take a drive through the community. I promise you will be thoroughly impressed. In 2024, 180 homes sold in Dalhousie, and the average home price was $500,000. Now, if you compare that to what the average home price is for Northwest Calgary at just over $650,000, or the average home price in Calgary, Dalhousie is absolutely affordable. And what I love about this community and the product type of homes that we have here, it is accessible to all entry points of the market. We have condo apartments that are listing for under $200,000, and then we have homes in excess of $1 million. And there's the whole product type. So we have condos, we have townhomes, duplexes, and single family homes, and estate homes with acreage size lots in Dalhousie. So every level of the market can move into here. The very first property that we're going to look at in Dalhousie is a condo style apartment. It has been on the market for a little while now, but that is indicative of where the condo market has gone in Calgary and all across Canada. It's because there is an oversupply of condos. That is because builders are starting to ramp up on production, and we are flooded in the market with condos. Now, having an excess supply of condos in the market is not necessarily a bad thing. What it's done is it has decreased the price because there is an oversupply. However, for buyers, it is a great time to get into the condo market because one, there are so many to choose from, and two, you're able to negotiate a little bit more on the price. And so for that first-time home buyer who doesn't have a very big budget, or if you're a student just looking to get out, first-time home buyer, and you don't want to rent and you want to get into your own property and start creating that equity, the condo market right now is perfect, especially because you're probably going to hold on to it for 3 to 5 years, maybe turn it into an investment property down the road. It is a smart investment to get into if you're looking at holding onto your condo for a long-term investment. Now, the first property that we're going to take a look at on our property tour is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath condo. It's just over 800 square feet. It's sitting at 894 square feet. It comes with an assigned parking stall in the heated parkade, and it's listed for $260,000. It does come with condo fees. They're just over $600 a month, but it includes everything except for your internet. So all of your utilities, plus it covers your assigned parking stall, and it does have attached tennis courts. At a list price of only $260,000, this is a very affordable and attractive product for somebody to get into, especially when it's their first time purchasing into the housing market. Now let's head over and let's go take a look at some of the single family homes in Dalhousie. We're coming up onto our second home in Dalhousie, and what I want to point out about this street that we're on before we get up to the house is just how wide the streets are. You find those big mature trees. The streets are so wide that you can actually park on the side of the road and drive 2 cars down with no problem and not having to wait for other people to come by or stop and let the car go by before they start driving. And that's what you find in a lot of the streets throughout all of Dalhousie. Because it is an established community, the streets were built just that much wider. So now this house that we're coming up on just listed, and there's an interesting note about it that I find is fascinating. This was an original owner who sold and then bought it again, and now for whatever reason they're selling, but they've twice purchased this house. So it's a true testament to the house, and it's a true testament to the street that we're on, to Dalhousie, because once people move in, they don't like leaving. This house, it is 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, just over 1,100 square feet. It's built in 1971 with a full developed basement, and it's listed for $675,000. It does not have a garage, but it does have a large pad, so you could put a double detached garage, and it is zoned in this area RCG, so you could develop and put in a laneway suite in the back. The lot is 56 by 125, so the developer could look at it and potentially put in a side-by-side, but this is my personal preference. This street does not warrant or justify infills. The homes along here are beautiful. They have that character, and I would hate to see somebody come in and do that, but that's my personal preference, and be that as it may, somebody may decide to do that. It's a beautiful street for a family to come in and move to. You're super close to West Dalhousie School and Dalhousie Elementary, and HC Cartwright is just right around the corner. So it's a perfect spot for you and your family to move or upsize into. Now, let's move on to the third and final home in our property tour, and I promised I've saved the best for last. So we are coming up to our third and final property in our property tour of Dalhousie, and we find ourselves on the west side of 53rd Street. And the homes predominantly on this side of Dalhousie are a little bit more expensive than you would find on the east side. The lots are a little bit bigger and the homes are a little bit nicer. In this pocket that we are in, which is usually off the radar for most people looking to move into Dalhousie, especially if you don't know Northwest Calgary, you kind of don't know about this area, but the homes in this street and then the one over on Barrack Road, they usually sell for in excess of $1 million. This house that we're coming up to right now on Buckboard Road has just listed, and it's just under $900,000. So it's listed for $899,000. It's a 3-bedroom, 3.5 bath, just over 2,000 square feet with finished basement, giving it a total of 3,400 square feet. It's a walkout bungalow. In this location, this is a great value for this home price, given the fact that homes are selling for in excess of $1 million. What's interesting about this house, it is original to 1982. There's been a few upgrades done on it, and that goes back to that conversation that we had a few videos ago is, do you buy and renovate, or are you letting somebody else do that? Because if you remember in our Silver Springs vlog, we came across the properties on 2 streets. Unrenovated was listed for 8 and the other one renovated listed for 1.3. So that is the question that you need to ask yourself when you're coming into these neighborhoods where homes are getting on that 40-50 year age range. Are you going to put the money in and do the renovations yourself, or are you going to let somebody else do it and then buy a renovated home? This home listed at 900, you're going to have to put a bid in because of the area that you're in. You're going to be listing at a future time over $1 million. This area of Dalhousie does support a home price at just over in the $1 million mark. Is it a smart investment? You would definitely have to do a cost-benefit analysis if this was right for you. And you also have to decide, are you going to take on that renovation? That's a whole other conversation that you and your family need to have. Now, this home is absolutely beautiful and you could move into it as is. It's just original to 1982. So you need to make that decision. Do you renovate or love it just the way it is? And that concludes our tour of Dalhousie. Now tell me, what did you think about this neighborhood that has it all? There is everything from your first-time home buyers all the way up to you can downsize in this community. You can stay and you can definitely age in place. Let me know in the chat, what did you think about this community and all of the amenities that it has to offer? I hope you've enjoyed our vlog and property tour of Dalhousie. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I will see you around town.